this was the
So it's gonna
statement
be
that was
there.
added.
That's
or
one that was
changed.
added. And we're gonna present the table. Is that one of the things?
There's no table.
The table. These are all the things. Oh, it must have been whatchamacallit. It must have been like a thought that the table was not, but the floor was missing.
Yeah, we mentioned that, but that's...
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't examined this. Blood here is from Mr. Faraday, but there are no other clues to be found. Which begs the question, do I need to put this bag inside another bag in order to preserve it as evidence?
Yes. That's the answer is yes.
We need a bigger bag. Okay, I don't think there's anything here other than the blood. Let's see. Knife. Didn't hear sign of struggle.
Yeah, is that gonna be it? That Gumshoe didn't hear a struggle, and she's saying they struggled?
Maybe. What's this? Huh. It seems Mr. Faraday was in the habit of using very nice fountain pens.
That's the total opposite of me. I don't get these things at all.
But I think the pencil behind your ear suits you just fine.
Really? You think so, pal? I knew it was worth something.
It wasn't exactly a compliment, detective. This looks like a quality nib.
Let me test it out. Ooh, this is really... I got ink all over my hand.
Detective Gumshoe, don't ever play with evidence like that again.
Ooh.
Okay, so I guess...
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna skim these again. So... So we think it might be the testimony?
Yeah.
If two men were fighting, the struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing.
Place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. L get his hands on the knife?
Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It's not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. L saw a chance and took it out at some point.
So, what you're saying is this. Mr. L took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag.
What does this change?
Then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. L after being stabbed.
I think there's something strange in Francisca's statement just now.
Yeah, something is up.
Wait, something doesn't add up.
Oh, really?
It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Red after being stabbed. I mean, this is easy.
He died instantaneously.
Yeah, I think that's crime scene notes.
I think so, yeah.
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed with a knife.
That's what instantaneous means.
Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that, because he was dead because he died instantaneously. Died instantaneously right away at that moment.
Exactly.
But of course,
Yeah, again, if the report is correct, there's only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Hale attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Hale. Therefore, Mr. Hale must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot, and then they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense.
Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca. I don't see how any of this matters.
I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could.
How naively you believe that only your opinion is valid. I still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Francisca, you still got a ways to go.
What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic?
Mr. Faraday died instantly. The fact that he did is what gives rise to this contradiction in the scene. The contradiction here in the crime scene is... Isn't Mr. Faraday on top?
Yeah.
But he died instantly, wouldn't he fall first?
No, cause like if you're like this, right, and I go blam and I shoot you, right, then you could go stab and then you die instantaneously and fall on top of me. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
the order of the bodies fell is what it's getting at.
I guess, but
Why, what do you think it is?
no, I was gonna say the order of the bodies fell too, but like logistically it could happen.
Let me get this straight. What we are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which the bodies are piled. I'm gonna call that a pile.
No.
Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's, therefore he's top. Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible.
Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means the real mystery behind this crime scene is that this solve is...
No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth.
What now?
I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that it's even clearer now than if it was started with the Faraday's and Feather's intent.
You should have bounced back quickly. Explanation won't be enough this time. It's gonna take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong.
It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Hell's. Two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order.
I just know that Francisca's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can then present her with evidence that proves the contradiction. I just need to find a nook or cranny, suspicious nook or cranny in her logic.
Yes.
In her logic!
Hold it!
Not that.
Pressing someone's testimony in order to gain some time to think. You're a real one-trick pony, aren't you? It's too bad you took all the works on fools.
Was it my intent? Simply wish for more details to how Mr. Faraday ended up on top of Mr. Rell.
Someone's impatient. I'm just about to explain everything to you. Do you think you can hold out for a minute?
Ugh. Francisca, I'll make you a deal. I'll hold on if you hold on to that whip of yours.
Oh, I'll hold on to it, alright? As I whip you!
Ugh.
Now that you've quieted down a bit, I'd like to continue. If you don't mind.
Oops. No, no, back. I need to press that, and she's gonna work this again. Two fell on top of each other? Don't you find that to be just a bit strange?
Not at all.
Ugh. I can see it in her eyes. She's dead set against me from the bottom of her heart.
Miles Edgeworth. Once I'm done here, you'll see that there's nothing strange at all. Now then, the two men fell into a pile.
Hold it!
What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time?
I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his... In his what?
Hands.
In his hands?
Yeah.
He made to attack Mr. Railway with the knife and revolver, and then... After Mr. Faraday fires the gun, Mr. Rail grabs the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That's how Mr. Rail winds up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that is more than possible.
Yes, it's possible, but...
Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got.
Well, I will. But to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony.
Don't see any point to that. As you point. The fact indicates that they attacked each other at the same time from close range.
Hold it!
You're saying that they attacked each other at the same time from close range.
Exactly. They attacked each other at the same time from close range. Mr. Faraday pointed the gun at Mr. Hill's chest and pulled the trigger. Mr. Hill then took the knife from Mr. Faraday and stabbed him before he fell unconscious. Then Mr. Faraday instantly fell on top of Mr. Hill from the stabbing, pinning Mr. Hill under him where he died shortly thereafter. And that's how they ended up on top of each other with no contradictions to be seen.
Hold it!
Do you really believe they fell in the exact opposite order in which they attacked?
Miles Edgeworth, you are not listening to a word I am saying. They both attacked each other at the same time, and Mr. Hill fell by first by chance.
If they attacked each other at the same time, shouldn't they both be on the bottom?
Leaving Mr. Faraday to just happen to fall on top of him. Then Mr. Hill died shortly thereafter, pinned underneath Mr. Faraday. That's how it happened.
So the two men attacked each other with Mr. Rell randomly falling down first. The fact that the order that they attacked each other in varies from the order they fell in doesn't cause a problem for me. However, there's definitely one certain aspect that I'm having trouble swallowing. I mean, you know. Right. Right?
Is the gun the one that says a few yards away?
Yeah, it
I
does.
guess.
I mean, I think so does the, crime scene notes, but it's probably in case either works. So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave gunpowder burn on Mr. Rell's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rell and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't read the line, or we didn't hear it.
Ah!
Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. Two bodies are piled up with each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance, with there being no chance that Mr. Bell moved that far after being shot. It leaves only one possible explanation.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Here, give me a quick second, I'll do that.
Okay. We'll be back momentarily. While that happens, if you, I'll give a quick reminder that Thursday at 5 p.m. we should be hopefully finishing Pikmin 4. And then next week we have this game again Tuesday. I'm not sure yet if it will be. No, it'll be at 6 o'clock next Tuesday. And then as for next Thursday, I think we might skip a Thursday, though I'll decide closer to that day. Unless we don't finish Pikmin 4. If we don't finish Pikmin 4 this week, then we have to finish next week. So that's currently the plan. The next upcoming game that we're going to be doing is Oxenfree 2. But I was planning on not starting it until October starts. It'll be the first Thursday of October. So unless I change my mind and decide to do it next Thursday and start early, but I believe that Oxenfree 2 will only take us a couple streams, at which point I have another game possibly picked out for the other 2 Thursdays of the month. And there's a small chance I might do one or two multi-streams for the Digital Bonfire in October. So we'll see. But yeah, that's what the current plans are coming up. And it looks like Inheritance is back.
Okay, I return.
I'm back.
And he doesn't know that I have actual medical care too experience. Yeah. Okay, love you.
What a completely foolish line of foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool. If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill? Huh? Who?
Person attacked first and murders attend. That would be
Neither man.
neither man.
Neither man.
Here in this room, contradiction appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can be only one explanation. There was a third person here. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rao, and set the bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit.
Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing.
Evidence, correct?
Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. When you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime.
Of course. The third person was truly here. That fact resolved the glaring contradiction. The proof that has all been a setup made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle is not yet in place. There's a piece of evidence that proves there's a third person involved.
Did we already do the gun in the wrong hand?
I don't think we have anything saying the gun was in the wrong hand. Yeah, I mean, unless we showed the pen, which as he was left-handed, but KG8 is so no, I guess that's not connected currently.
I think it's the pen, then.
I think it's the pen.
Yeah.
Try the pen. We don't have any strikes yet.
Take that!
This
Nope.
is that very evidence.
And how exactly is this related? Do you think you could explain it to me?
There's no need for an explanation.
Well, I have no idea how it's related, so could you please explain it to me?
Yes, well,
Let me guess, you can't explain it, can you?
It would appear that I was wrong. There's definitely a contradiction here. It should resolve itself if there's truly a third person in here. I just need to go over the evidence in my thoughts once again. Well, we have a 87% chance, give or take. That's... we could probably rule out the prosecutor's badge.
Yeah.
So it's 70. 1 and 6. Okay, like 16. No, not 83%. I don't know. Who cares about math? We have,
Who
we have
cares about
six, 1 in 6 chance of getting it right.
An 83% chance
Of getting it wrong.
of getting it wrong.
Like a 16% chance of getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
If we just guessed randomly. But we're not going to do that because we know the answer.
Yeah.
The gun was fired from a few yards away. Is that it, do you think?
Sure.
Take that!
Obviously. Gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and a plastic bag with his blood on it. Oh, we had a 2 in 6 chance, or 1 in 3 chance.
A 1 in 3 chance.
These two items point to the presence of a third person.
How so?
Call Detective Gumshoe's testimony.
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle.
Gumshoe, that was completely unnecessary.
Just wanted to spice up the investigation, sir.
If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground. Meaning that somebody else must have deliberately scattered them around. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, then they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they'd be able to conceal their presence.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
So,
What?
was that the judge? Was that objection?
No, that was Francisca, I think. But no, that was from Callisto U.
what the heck's up with you, pal? I forget what voice I gave her.
Haha. Funny.
Haha, funny.
I mean, she laughs a lot.
Haha, funny.
I think you kind of gave her a generic female voice, though. So feel free to workshop it.
Mr. Bad, I advise
That
you
was
to
funny.
place Detective Gumshoe under arrest.
What?
What's the meaning of this?
Like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates.
You dare.
Detective claims he was there, standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie.
Hmm? Miss Yu, I ask you to please explain that last statement.
I'll let his honor explain it himself.
I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway.
Mr. Bat? I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie?
Shoot. Did you kill Faraday?
No! Of course not, sir.
It would appear that the one who set up this whole crime scene is that detective. Which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. Looks like your perfect logic gets you come tumbling down, Miles.
Hold on, I said it was a third party, and I didn't say it couldn't be Gumshoe.
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single beat of the struggle.
Is that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, not a suspect in the murder of two men. I spit out the truth, or so help me.
I lied to anyone, sir, honest. I was really here. I was in the hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
Detective Bad, ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly.
Perfection is the only wish of the disciple of Run Karma, after all.
Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. What's that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about?
State of the hallway.
Detective Gumshoe, I take it that no one else was in the hallway at that time, correct?
Huh? Of course not, pal.
You're being awfully defensive. Will you be hiding something from me?
Well, watch your mouth, pal. Can't go around saying stuff like that about me without any evidence.
I suppose you're right. I have no evidence at this point.
Miles Edgeworth, how could you be losing a battle of wits with this detective? You're a disgrace!
Maybe I should ask about something else. What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about?
Oh, he was in the hallway?
Very obvious. Detective Gumshoe, why were you missing in the hallway for a span of time?
Look, pal, like I said, I was there the whole time, okay?
There's testimony against you.
Miles Edgeworth, why are you wasting your time with a completely useless question? The only logical reason is that he was absent is that he was busy committing the crime. And anyone who says otherwise is a fool.
You're Maybe I should ask about something else. What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about?
Say it all the way.
Yes, the one! Are you serious?
Why he wasn't in the hallway?
Oh, I don't look like that. I suppose the one thing as I clarified is checking Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe. Got a grudge against Faraday or something.
No, sir, not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir.
That a fact.
Really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe?
I'm telling you, I am not lying.
The more natural you act, the more suspicious he becomes, you know? You want a motive, Edward? I have one for you right here.
Could you please share it with the class? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy. Because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation.
You're serious, aren't you? Fine, you amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little coaching practice. It was a week ago. So the detective get shoot out by Livet Faraday in front of the precinct. Victor, super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit!" A brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut? That's a reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation?
Totally misunderstand me, pal. No matter how much I get, I'd never go hold a grudge.
Quiet. Can't trust anything you say.
Did you not get that?
No.
Sir.
There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed, per se. There are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Miss Yu's perfect explanation may not be so perfect after all.
Hold it!
A week ago, then you and Detective Gumshoe are acquaintances.
No way. I've only met him in person today.
And how do you know about Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, I've seen him around before.
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday was upset.
Yeah. You know what else? Mr. Faraday isn't exactly known to get angry often. But there he was, totally beat red in the face. And the offending detectives just stood there, pale as a ghost, like he was about to die. Just like the face he's making right now, right?
I'm completely innocent, I tell you.
Poor man.
It was quite the scene with the detective.
Hold it!
You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you.
Menacingly. Get it?
Yeah.
You stood there, menacingly.
Stood there watching it full in front of you, menacingly. Got it.
For all my SpongeBob heads. Yeah, I have to say it was really enjoyable too. The best part when I saw him
Detective Gumshoe earlier. I used your clear room. No way. I thought I was because I had something stuck on my face.
But you do.
Maybe it does.
What I got stuck on my face? Let's start with your eyes, nose, mouth. Oh, and those ridiculous eyebrows. Huh?
Oh man, messing with your hair is just too much fun.
It's you. If you don't mind, I'd like to return to your testimony now.
His eyebrows aren't even that bad. Sure,
I
why
don't
not?
know, but her laughing is contagious.
Hold it!
To cut a new detective's salary right off the bat like that.
I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but is that common practice? Speaking of cutting my salary, did you try to do that to me earlier too?
I suppose I did.
It's only natural to cut a worthless detective's salary down to the actual worth. My father can even fire anyone new or old with just the snap of his fingers. Do you think that's a reason enough for detectives to hate you people?
Well, I guess they really should cut people's pay. Detective Bad, you told me Mr. Van Kama cut your salary earlier.
Hold it!
I call your explanation perfect.
It's not to your liking.
Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards.
Oh, is there something you want me to clarify in that case?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection?
Yeah. Every time we're giving you.
Alright, if you clear this one thing up for me.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah? Okay, in just a moment. Grab a drink. Yeah, so, by the way, for those interested, the Nintendo Direct reactions from last week are on YouTube. So, if you haven't seen those, feel free to check it out. And, yeah, there's a lot of games looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you back?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh.
How
What?
I guess how Mr. Faraday was killed? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, should I? I don't know why she would know that.
Yeah. Faraday and Gumshoe's relation, I think, is what I wanted to go for.
Actually, allow me to ask the detective directly. What was your relation to Mr. Faraday?
Oh, the game is frozen on my end then. I wasn't hearing it anymore, and I thought it was just the audio got cut off.
Oh.
Like, here, let me end the stream.
Is it better now? What?
Yeah, it is. It's 100% back.
Okay.
Was it on your end then?
No idea, I just made Discord the focus again and then switch Windows back.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of training rookie detectives to testify in trials. I met him on the very first day I entered the criminal affairs department, pal.
Oh, I had no idea Mr. Faraday was so involved. The other day, he looked like an easygoing guy. He's actually a bit of a nut for strict discipline and manners. He's a gumshoe, tend to rub in the wrong way.
There, now you know how the detective and Mr. Faraday were related. You happy now?
No, wait.
You said you only had one thing to ask, right?
Please allow me to ask about one more thing.
Go here, Riot Edgeworth. Poor baby. Tell you what, I'll let you have another go. How's that?
Right, if you could clear this one thing up for me.
Yeah, the motive for killing Mr. Rao. Oh, that I thought it was Faraday.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, so did I.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, the motive is clear. Cut his pig.
I understand Jacob Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rao?
He was in the room. His motive for killing Rao? Like I would know.
There's no clear motive for both of the murders, and I doubt this incident would have occurred. Wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves?
Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea.
But if that's impossible, she must know something.
Wait. Can you please not glare at me like that? Makes me laugh.
Doesn't even do anything and you're already laughing away.
Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, he sure could have put out the way it did anyway.
Oh, you could explain your logic. This time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation.
Perfect this, perfect that. Something so uptight. Is that a requisite trait for being a one karma? Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you shut this rude woman up!
I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second.
Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain it to the kids. Motive to kill the man. There's no one out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rao. All you really have to establish is someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rao, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they had killed each other.
I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? I should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. It's like a KGA incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member. What did I say? I don't see...
Wait, back. CCU.
Yeah, they mentioned CCU before. Who was the victim in the PG8 incident.
And this lady that we're talking to is...
Callisto U.
Callisto U.
Well, U might be a common last name. The two men who both wound up as suspects in the case. There's something else I'm overlooking who is somehow related. Someone else I'm overlooking who is somehow related to them. Motive to kill the men.
Hold it!
So there's no one else who might have a grudge against both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rowell.
I suppose no one is a bit of a stretch. But I'm pretty sure no one like that was here in this courtroom today.
She's lying through her teeth. We just saw someone like that here earlier.
Besides, you don't need to prove that the killer had a grudge against both of them.
Hold it!
Someone with a grudge against one of the men. In that case, aren't there plenty of other people who fit the bill?
Sure. After all, who doesn't garner scorn from another simply by being alive? Well, the only one who held a grudge and acted upon it by killing was Detective Gumshoe. Furthermore,
Hold it!
So you're saying that he was basically silenced.
aren't you mad? Aren't you glad you managed to avoid the same fate, Your Honor?
Are you mad he managed to avoid it?
But if you had been the one to witness the blood-covered detective...
What? You're talking Gumshoe. You could kill even me.
Oh, the elusive profile of the judge. We usually see him straight on.
We saw him earlier in the case like this.
What? I could never do something as simple as that, Your Honor.
No need for even a second of deliberation. I will hand down my verdict here. Your Honor, take a look around. We're not in court right now. We'd greatly appreciate if you'd stay here with us in reality. Ah, please forgive me. I know not what I do.
And you that miss you, hurry up and continue your testimony. If you fail to do so, I will rip you into shape.
Is that a reference to Legally Blonde?
Legally Blonde? Yeah. I'll get you ripped into shape.
Oh, now you're referencing the musical.
When I said jump, say how high. I mean, it's a very Francisco song.
I'm
you know
kind
you're
of
doing it right when you start to cry.
I'm kind of surprised that it took them this long in the series to even reference Legally Blonde in the U.S. translations.
Because it's court.
It's like the most famous court-based media.
It's like the most famous court-based media.
It's repeating me.
That's nice. That sounds kind of fun. Kind of like fun, actually.
Wow, she's into this.
She's into it. Anyway, Detective Gumshoe, I had to erase the witness, Mr. Well.
Hold it!
I like this part with like Morse code of the song. I wonder if it says anything in Morse code.
Someone, please. They're making me compose music. Against my wishes. I have not seen my family in weeks. I didn't do it, pal. No hard feelings, but I don't think we can take the word of a criminal seriously. Whimper.
Whimper. How is that a sound?
What?
It's just funny that they wrote out whimper.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to think of ways to set up a crime scene.
Suppose you do lack the necessary tactical mind required to do such a thing.
Whimper. Why you have to kick a man when he's down, pal?
You shouldn't put yourself down, detective. You're a big boy. I bet you thought it all out by yourself, right? No, Gumshoe.
Yeah, that's right, and I worked real hard at it too.
I think this proves one thing about the detective. He has the mental acuity of a worm. Excuse me, a worm would not... What?
I was gonna say he had the mental acuity of a everyday marsupial. Now he's gone down to worm.
Was it everyday marsupial? I thought it was a common marsupial.
A come on. No, it was come on knowledge.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to admit, her explanation makes sense. However, there's also something she overlooked in her testimony. I should present that piece of evidence and see if I can't make her see the truth. So what's her?
I mean, it literally could just be this one in the newspaper.
Objection!
Miss Yu, I believe there's someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, it's because you'd rather not bring this person up.
What do you mean?
We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Val. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was a suspect in the original KGA incident, and a member of the codependent embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. That's right, the very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the codependent embassy staff, Mr. Val. I really want to pronounce it right today. The man who is the lead prosecutor of the KGA incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men?
Well, I suppose you might have a reason or two.
You covered for me, pal. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all.
Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make that no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony. These are the only things I wish to hold.
But I didn't do it.
You'll stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of us leak out. You want to investigate Cochin, you'd just be wasting your time. Why is that? Cochin was up in the viewing gallery, watching the trial. So I was told. The cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived.
Then the only real suspect we have is the Detective Gumshoe.
I suppose so.
Wait, come on, Detective Bad. You gotta believe me, sir. I really was in that hallway the whole time, sir. I never took a single step into this room, sir.
Okay, then why you're saying... Okay, you're saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway.
No, there was no one else, sir.
Why should I believe you didn't do it?
That is one incredibly foolish detective. Standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. As good as a confession of guilt.
I have to admit, a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. But that detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent. I think he would at the very least offer up I spaced out while on duty or the like. I'm Gumshoe. Time for interrogation.
Detective Bad.
Miles Edgeworth, I will go ahead and report this to Papa.
The judge has a very NPC standing animation.
Yeah, I thought it was just like they wanted to indicate him breathing heavily because he like rushed over. But that just might be how he stands.
I think this is a standing animation. That, as they say, is that. Right, everyone? Ho, ho, ho. Merry... Oh, wrong job.
Well, I suppose we both should be getting back to our real jobs, huh?
Before we do, Miss Yu, there's something I'd like to speak with you about.
What is it?